Hello. Today we're here with the science department head, Mr. Fernando. We're gonna ask him a few questions. So the first one is from your experience, which science topics like photosynthesis or human body systems do you think sixth graders usually struggle with the most to understand, and why do you think that happens?
Hey, really nice to have this time with you. I would say like photosynthesis is slightly more confusing for them because it is a process. So when you're talking about systems in general, you do not have to handle processes which are way more complex. So when you're explaining a process, you do need to understand a phenomenon, and that is something that happens with this topic in particular. And also, it's not a process that is that visible because it happens to in a level which is the cellular level, so it makes it even more complex for students to understand. It also links topics of bio with a little bit of chem, with some content of physics in terms of energy, so that makes it slightly more complex for students to properly understand.
Okay, thank you. And then the second question is, what teaching strategies or tools do you think could make these topics easier and more engaging for students?
I'll say that my favorite one is laboratories. I do love labs, having the chance to bring the students to the lab to do a practice, to understand the topics firsthand. I am not convinced that science is something you learn being hands on. So you do learn science when you are doing science, obviously in a school level, but you do need to be working on the subject, researching to some extent, inquiring. I would say is a good word for this one on one hand, and on the other hand, I also like simulations and what else? Graphical representations can help. Also, there's a pretty good strategy, and it is explaining. When you have the chance to explain a process, you have the chance to learn. So learning is a two ways process. So when you are telling what you really know, you're gonna know it even better. So all
Okay.
those set of strategies can make you overcome those difficulties of those particular topics. So what you need to do is try to combine more than one technique when you are working on a difficult topic with the students, so they can address these difficulties from different angles.
Okay, thank you very much.
My pleasure.